Now I am taking another application based question. Example, the height of a cone is 30 centimeter. A small cone is cut off at the top by a plane parallel to its base. If its volume is 1 upon 27 of the volume of given cone or original cone, at what height above the base the section has been made? So first of all, with the language, we have to make a figure and we have to understand how the question is given and how it will be solved. If I make a shape of cone here, this is the shape of a cone. Height is 30 centimeter and from this cone a small cone is cut off like this. When this cone is removed and put outside separate, then it is given that the volume of a small cone is equals to 1 upon 27 volume of original cone, or you can say given cone. Number 1. So the volume of this cone is 1 upon 27 of the volume of the original cone. Suppose this is the radius r of the big cone and small r is the radius of the small cone. Small h is the height of our small cone, whereas 30 centimeter is the height of our full cone, big cone, given cone. The height of the cone is 30 centimeter as mentioned. A small cone is cut, this small cone is cut, whose radius and height are not known. Radius I have taken small r and height I have taken small h. At the top by a plane parallel to its base, if its volume means volume of a small cone is 1 upon 27 of the volume of the given cone or big cone. So we can say that by using the concept of similarity, if I take this triangle, this is the triangle has been taken from where? From the small cone. I say this is h, this is r, and there is big triangle where height is 30 and radius is assumed as capital R. These two triangle, this triangle is similar to big one. So similarity says that the ratio of sides is equal. So I can say small r upon capital R, that is base of a small triangle upon base of big triangle, is equals to height of a small one upon height of big one. It is an important relation will be used. Now the ratio of their volumes, that is I can say the volume of a small cone upon volume of big cone is equals to 1 by 27. Volume of a small cone I can say pi small r square h upon pi capital R square into 30 is equals to 1 by 27. But r upon h can be replaced by h upon 30. So this pi and pi get cancelled. I left with small r upon capital R's whole square into h by 30 is equals to 1 by 3 whole cube. I can say 1 upon 27 as 1 by 3 whole cube. But in place of this r upon r, small r upon capital R, h upon 30 can be replaced. So this becomes small h upon 30 whole square into h upon 30 is equals to 1 by 3 whole cube. H upon 30 whole square into h upon 30 become, I am taking here, this become h upon 30 whole cube is equals to 1 by 3 cube. Taking cube root both sides, taking cube root. If I take cube root, I will say h upon 30 is equals to 1 by 3, which implies h is equal to 10. This is not answer. Height 10 centimeter is the height of cone, small cone which is cut off. But required is at what height above the base. The total height is here 30. From this point, at what height it is cut? 10 centimeters portion is removed. So required height is equals to 30 minus 10 is equals to 20 centimeter. 20 centimeter is the required height above the base to make this section. Now again, application based example, double cone question. A right angled triangle, that is whose sides containing right angle are 3 centimeter and 4 centimeter. So I can say that this may be a right angled triangle. I can name it ABC, right angled at A, sides containing right angle are 3 centimeter and 4 centimeter. As in the theoretical portion or introduction or explanation of the formulae, I told you, when a right angle triangle is revolved about its height, then the base become radius and height become the height, perpendicular become the height. But if same triangle is revolved like this about its base, then this become height and this become the radius. This type of rotation makes the single cone. But if a right angled triangle is revolved about its what? Hypotenuse, then it gives us two cones. That's why we say whenever any right angled triangle is revolved about its hypotenuse, a double cone is formed. Here the sides containing right angle are 3 and 4. So with the help of Pythagoras theorem or Pythagorean triplet, we can say the hypotenuse is 5 centimeter. Now when it is revolved, then this type of double cone will form 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter. There are two cones, AB, D and AC, D. Two cones separately I can mention here. This is the first cone, that is 3 and 3 are the slant height, and attached to it, this is the second cone, 4 and 4 are the slant heights. This is the total hypotenuse 5 centimeter. Now the question comes, we want to calculate its volume. So my friends, if I say about that in this right angle triangle, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, I have drawn one perpendicular, say this is R. So as this angle is 90, so area of this right angle triangle is 1 by 2, 3 into 4, 1 by 2 base into perpendicular, can also be calculated by using, this is base and this is perpendicular, base into height, that is half into 5 into R. I have equated the area of same triangle by two different approaches. One half base into perpendicular, another half 5 into R. That is what half, if hypotenuse is taken as base, then R is the height. So half 5 into R is one approach for calculating the area, and same triangle's area is also calculated by half 3 into 4. So I say from this radius, that is R, or you can say height, is coming out to be 12 upon 5 centimeter. So this part is coming out, as you can check it here. This radius portion is what? 12 upon 5 centimeter. So there are two cones. If I say the height of this cone is H1 and height of another cone is H2, height of first cone is H1, height of second cone is H2, but H1 plus H2 is the total height, that is what? 5 equal to hypotenuse 5 centimeter. H1 plus H2 5 centimeter. Radius of both the cones is equal, and which is equal to 12 by 5 centimeter. Now we want to calculate the volume. Volume of both the cones. Volume of both the cones is equal to volume of first cone plus volume of second cone. Volume of first cone is 1 by 3 pi. Radius 12 by 5. Pi r square, height H1, plus second cone 1 by 3 pi I can remove these two diagrams because their use is already being made you clear. So I am taking here 1 by 3 pi 12 by 5 square into h1, that is the first volume of the first cone, and 1 by 3 pi radius is same in both the cases, 12 by 5 square into h2. This is the first cone. If I remove this part, this is first cone, radius 12 by 5. If I remove this part, this is the second cone, radius 12 by 5. First cone's height is h1, second cone's height is h2, but h1 plus h2 is equals to the length of the hypotenuse, which is 5 centimeter. Now I have taken 1 by 3 pi into 12 by 5 whole square common. I left with h1 plus h2. Value of h1 plus h2 is 5. So answer is 1 by 3, 22 by 7, 12 square 144, 5 square 25, h1 plus h2 5. So this value on simplification comes as 30.17 centimeter cube. Now if I want to calculate the total surface area of the double cone, the total surface area, I can say total surface area of double cone is equals to curved surface area of cone 1 plus curved surface area of cone 2. First cone's curved surface area is pi r L1. As you know, the radii in the both the cases, first cones and second cone same, pi r L1 plus pi r L2. If I take pi r as common, we left with L1 plus L2. So pi is 22 by 7. Radius for both the cones is 12 by 5. L1 plus L2. L1, that is the slant height of the first one, is 3 plus seconds is 4. So this value on simplification comes out to be 52.80 centimeter square. So this is the easiest approach for calculating the volume and surface area of the double cone.